I recently put a 100 amp controller on my bike, and I thought it was time to see what temperature the motor was getting to, so I was just looking for a temperature display, and I came across loads of these little thermostat modules which have got a relay which either just close the contact pair, these two, or switch the input voltage to the sort of output pair. This just closes this contact pair, and quite helpfully they label these two plus and minus, and your sensor fits in there. I should call it a thermistor. So yeah, I was looking for something that had an external NTC10K sensor thermistor, and there's lots of these, and I didn't find much for anything else other than there is a very expensive unit from, I think, Dwyer Amiga, but I think if you've got a motor with a different sensor, you've probably got a more sophisticated controller, like a Fardriver. And the only reason I haven't got a Fardriver on this bike anymore is because of the no pedal assist. Just because of where I live, it's sensible to be able to display the functionality. So I've got this little variable resistor imitating a motor, and what you do is you set your threshold temperature, and once your temperature is 2 degrees above, the relay closes, and then once you're back to your threshold, it opens again. And so that's the relay closed. And so obviously at that point you've got some kind of limiting process in place, and initially I connected mine to the speed limit. I just closed the speed limit circuit with these, but that's a bit harsh if you're kind of pushing on hard enough to heat the motor up. So now I've got it just switching a pull down resistor, a 75 ohm pull down resistor, into the throttle signal, which gives me a 30-mile-an-hour limit. And obviously I've got to do some tuning, but having something that sort of safely, actively controls the motor temperature just means you can push it. And when you've cooked your motor, it very helpfully sounds an alarm which you probably won't hear. It also, the relay opens again, so it's not that helpful. But these are 45 by 25 mil dimensions, and I've got a waterproof wrap for the wires that just where they come out of the controller, and it disappears in there. It's a lot smaller than some of the other junk that's in there, like the DC to DC converter and the phase cables and the like. I think that's about it really. What I've done with the temperature sensor connector, which obviously plugs in here, is I've grafted mine to a hall plug, and that's just connected to my unused hall connector, and it works a treat. So I'm going to sling this back on the bike. Hope some of you find that useful. Thanks for watching.